Well, Brian Kerr, what a dramatic finish to the Manchester derby, where right behind us, I should say, are the travelling United supporters.
And Bruno Fernandes.
A very happy-looking Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
What did you make of the finish, Brian? City, just a disaster.
Yeah, but extraordinary finish. Manchester United hadn't really looked like getting the goal in the match. One opportunity in the whole game for Bruno Fernandes, and he dinked it over the goalkeeper but wide in the second half. And I wondered, would they get another chance? Managers would often say stay in the game and you will get a chance. But I thought that was maybe their chance gone, but they stayed in the game, and Fernandes one ball down the side, and so that it turns out to be the winner. The Diaz or Nunez mistake on the casual back pass. The Ella read it, got there quickly, and I thought he'd lost the chance. He got by Ederson, but then checked back because he didn't fancy the angle and maybe he didn't think he'd get the power on the shot, and he checked back. Nunes comes back and tries to rescue the situation and mills him out of it in the box. It was definitely a penalty, and Anthony Taylor was on top of it, so they get the chance. And the Bruno Fernandes, is he still standing behind me? He is, yeah. He tucks away the penalty under a lot of pressure, the United fans, and then they get another goal. Martinez's lovely pass forward. You told me earlier in the day you thought his passing would be crucial to the match. I passed a little bit of scorn on your opinion on that one. I thought they might have other things they'd have to do with, and he would too, but he had a good game. They kept Haaland very quiet. An extraordinary finish to the match. A
stop clock and all that, Brian. Listen, just to ask you about Ruben Amorim, because you mentioned during the commentary as well in the second half when Pep Guardiola made the change of bringing on Mateo Kovacic, he pushed Gundogan forward, and he was having a bigger effect in the game. He looked an awful lot better. But was there anything Amorim did, you think, with those changes that swung the game for United?
No, I think the game swung in the moment that misplaced pass from the, Nunes has been playing left back most of the match. He's an attacking player, good player at Wolves, paid a lot of money to get him. He just happened to be in that moment on the right side. I think the previous bit of play there was a set piece and he was one of the defending players and he was on the wrong side of the pitch and he just hit the pass. There was nothing that any of the players coming on did. I mean, Anthony come on as a right wing back. He was involved in slipping Diallo in with one little pass after he come on. Yoro didn't have any great effect on the game. Who was the third one? Lindelof came on as centre back, just not to show it up. He came on to replace the centre half, De Ligt, who had quite a good game. I think they might be minding him a bit because remember you commented on him sprinting off the pitch like a fella coming out of a cannon, because he wanted the play to restart and he's helping his team get restart as quick as he could. So, but Yoro had a good little few minutes near the end. I could see Amorim going mad at the position Anthony was taking up. He needed him as the right wing back in defensive position. But instead of that, Yoro was having to go out and play in the right back position because Anthony wasn't there. Anthony's instinct was, I've got to go forward, jump out, try and make a challenge. And Amorim was going mad. But anyway, they hung on those few minutes of injury time and got the win. I won't add in deservedly so, because in the game, I think the draw would have been a fair result in the game because there wasn't much happening, there wasn't many clear-cut chances, and Manchester City controlled most of the game. Did they miss any chances other than the headed goal? Not really. I can't think of Haaland having a clear one half chance in the second half where the cross came in from the left hand side was a nice little bit of build up play, and Foden got into that position down the 6-yard box near the end line where you often see City scoring from with the cutback. Now teams anticipated. I think it was Harry Maguire got the block when it was Martinez got the block when as Haaland was coming back out of the box to get his left foot around that, and I think that might have went in had Martinez not got the block. So it was a big block, but that was only other kind of clear cut chance that they had. So I would have thought that had City snatched it, United couldn't have had much complaint. Had they won the game 1-0 on the goal from the corner, Guardiola in the first half, United couldn't have much complaint because they didn't make chances. But young player took his moment in the game, and he's had his good start to his career at Manchester United.
What do you like about him?
Well, it's obvious, and he's a bit of pace. He's dribbling skills. He's confident in possession. He's confident enough to take it. He uses his body quite well. I think he's 22. He's had a bit of experience. Been out on loan at a couple of clubs. He's at Sunderland. I think he had a good time at Sunderland. But he has real dash and pace, and
he's strong as well, isn't he? We're looking at him
there. He's not a big lad though.
No,
but he battled
frame.
well in the physical battle on that side of the pitch, which was against Guardiola and Nunes is quite a big fella, and he held his own, I think, in those battles. But I mean, it was his anticipation. Look, games are won by goals and goal scorers, and he had the biggest effect on the whole game. First half he caught offside a few times when he looked like he was threatening. Second half he had that run in around the back, and I said that Anthony got him in there and he couldn't quite get the ball back off the end line. But there was a couple of other occasions when he almost got in around the back. But those two moments where he read the back pass being short, had the pace to get there, showed a little bit of composure to check back rather than have a scrappy shot that went wide, and then on the winning goal to have the composure to nick it past the goalkeeper on the first hitch. It was a kind of a half volley, reading this pass forward from his teammate, and the second one to show that bit of composure to guide her in from quite a tight angle. It wasn't great pace on it. Somebody running a bit fast and may have got it off the line, but big moments, massive moments in the game, and big win for his team and his manager, and these supporters still singing behind us. I think they wouldn't mind staying. They usually gone out with this ground a lot earlier than this. The last few occasions I've been here, the team has conceded a lot of goals and took a battering, and they've had to listen to the city crowd singing, and rightfully so, because they played some.
Just finally and quickly on United, Ruben Amorim, I've heard it said it's like he's trying to build a plane as it's flying. They're going to have a few more hiccups along the way. It's not going to be plain sailing after this game, but how important is it to try? And they're playing at Old Trafford against Bournemouth in their next Premier League match after Tottenham in the League Cup. How important is it to get a win in that game at Old Trafford?
Well, it is. Try and keep a bit of momentum going. I don't know whether today answered any of the questions he has about all these players that he's inherited, but it would have given him hope that they can build something. And people have said that under Ten Hag there wasn't a clear way of playing. They weren't quite sure what they were playing. Well, you could see today, it's the first time I've seen them live this season. Maybe what I was seeing today was a definitive shape about the team, which was actually a 5-2 off the front and Highland, but you could see the shape and the discipline and where players were supposed to be, and there was certainly a bit of potential in that. It wasn't an attacking sense that created very little, and I questioned, an hour in, is he going to do something that's going to give them a chance of getting the goal, or just going to hang in? And it really was about just hanging in and not conceding the second goal and hoping that you get something, and they got that break and they exploited it and they got the win. So it gives them hope, and it probably gives the players a bit of confidence that they can adapt to this shape that he wants to play, and that they all might have a chance of getting the goal. And it's hard to see Anthony becoming a regular right wing back in the future for him if that's the way he's going to play. Diallo, maybe he could be the one. Mazraoui for sure, you could see him on the other side of the pitch. Diallo, he doesn't have a problem playing that, but there's other players be wondering where they're going to be in the future with this manager. But today that gives the manager it's a big plus for him to have pulled this one off, because they've lost 5 of the last 6 against City, and some of them have been quite heavy defeats. And as you commented earlier, they were rubbing it into them before the match today with the banners around the ground and all that. I thought they overplayed that, and often when you do that, you get your comeuppance, and they got the comeuppance today.
I'd say Amorim's probably the only manager to beat Pep Guardiola twice in one season with 2 different
teams.
Within
a few weeks.
With 2 different teams.
Within a few weeks, 4-1 with Sporting, and today with 2-1.
Well, look, on Pep Guardiola, and look, there were some angry fans, Brian, passing us there, shouting Pep out, Pep out. It remains. We none of us can read Pep's mind. He could do something mad, and he could decide to resign in a couple of weeks. Maybe he'll try and stick this out. But what does he do next? How does he try and pull his team out of this?
Well, I don't know. I've never been in that position when I was in management where we lost such a streak of games. I mean, I used to I used to pride myself in having a situation. I don't think I ever lost 3 matches in a row with a team. And when I got to two in a row, I used to have a very anxious week coming to the next one going, you can't break that. And somehow or other, I think I managed to hold on to that right through my management career, such as it was at the level I was working. I just don't know what it's like to be in the position he's in, with having had so much success through his career with the various teams, with, you know, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and here particularly, and to be going through this spell with the same players, the injury. I'm sure that the medical staff are working overtime to try and get some of the other players back. The Rodri one is not going to happen quick anyway. Kovacic at least is back today. Seeing a bit of Foden, Kevin De Bruyne. The defensive side of Diaz wasn't great today. I didn't think they looked particularly solid. I thought they always looked a little bit like there was a vulnerability about them that I didn't never see it before, where they were almost like royalty in the past. They did it with such ease, reading situations, having the pace to rescue things when somebody was breaking away against them. They used to take the ball off them, was like, you know, parent taking sweets off a bold child. That was how they were. But today I didn't get that sense about them. They're all on edge a bit. They've all lost a bit of confidence. So I know what he's got to do, but he's going to have to do it, and he's got to work their way through this. And what you said, that the game is Aston Villa next week. Everyone's going to be feeling a little bit better about playing them at the moment. But isn't it extraordinary in football how things turn kind of unexpectedly? People were saying this year it might be more difficult for them. Maybe Arsenal might pip them for the league. But nobody expected what's happening at the moment to happen to them. I mean, they've always looked so in control, depth of squad, always evolving, new players developing. Silvino comes in this year, you wonder what this fella's going to be like compared to what they had. You expect more Doko this year, some of the younger ones, Lewis and Oscar Bob, and those lads emerging as well. And you're saying, will they just go on and continue as they were in the last few seasons? But no, you know, it's not worked out that way, and football is changing again. It's been a great season so far, and a lot more to come, a lot more twists and turns, I think. And we've had a couple of. But then didn't we have a great game today? We had a great finish to the game today. We had a great game last week with Tottenham and Chelsea. That was a superb match. Today we've had a different game with a surprise twist at the end of it.
I'll finish by asking you, is that the title gone now for City, do you think? I know it's still first half of the season, but like if Liverpool were to win that game against Everton and be 12 clear by February.
Yeah, well, look, let's take it in isolation. City have 27 points from 16 games. So that is about my old sums. It's a point and a point and a half a game on my sums. That would be 16. Half of that would be 24. They're just over a point and a half a game. In order to win the league, you know, they got 91 last year. They've often been up around 89, 91. They've often been around 100. I'd say they were at 2.5 points a game. Now it might be around. Like, it might be around 90 this year. It might be a bit lower than that, and maybe they can get back in. But they've already lost 5 games. They've had 3 draws. I think it's 3 draws as well they've had, which that's a lot of points. I mean, Liverpool are dropping a few points. They've lost 1 game. They've had a few draws. Chelsea have had a streak of wins, getting into contention. Arsenal have dropped a few points. Like, maybe if they go another one of those extraordinary runs that they've had in the past, where they seem to just win week after week after week after, but they don't look like that at the moment. Don't look like they're going to do that at the moment. And they also, Stephen, they have the problem of the Champions League, where they're under pressure to get through even into the playoff round. Never mind and they've got difficult games left, so they've a bit to do on all fronts. So I don't think
Liverpool,
so.
Chelsea as well, Brian. I think they've shown character this season. You know, Chelsea last week going 2-0 down to Spurs, fighting back to win the game. Liverpool yesterday down to 10 men.
And dug out, you know, early on. Robertson put off early on. They're already down a goal, and they're going, okay, this could be the day. Like another Nottingham Forest got a result there and 1-0 at Liverpool. But they dug it out, and having conceded the second goal in the second half to go 2-1 down, they still found a way. So you're right, there's character there. Arsenal, you know, are trying to pull it all back together. I've had a few injuries here and there, and Odegaard getting back into a bit of form, still looking for the centre forward that is going to score the goals every second week. They haven't got. Havertz not quite doing that, is he? Another a 0-0 yesterday, which was a disappointing result. Draw with Fulham as well. So they're dropping some points, but they're still a very good side, and they're a little bit more comfortable looking in the Champions League. But it's going to be very, very interesting. But that was some turn up for the Books, the way it turned out at the end today. It was a bit of a mad finish, that's for sure.
Sure was, Brian. United supporters finally clearing out, so I think it's about time we started moving on as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian.
Maybe so. Thanks, Stephen. Another good day out.